Kyle.
Nick.
Welcome to the Drevin Stone Podcast.
The podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation.
Oh, you knew it.
I've listened to it.
Once or twice?
Time or two.
Over 250 times at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I know I definitely
I haven't missed one.
Me neither. I've been here for all of them, as far as I'm aware. Well, hey, everybody else.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, and we invite you to grab something delicious and sip along with us, because you know we're going to drink something delicious.
Yeah, for sure. Put it in a Glencairn,
Ooh.
a rocks glass, whatever you got handy.
Yeah, paper cup if you got it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Red Solo.
Sure, whatever you need.
Do the thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just sipping from your hands, it's going to be a little messy, but I don't judge.
Water hose.
Ain't nothing like a good water hose sip.
Yeah.
Why is this so plasticky, rubbery? Builds character.
Yeah. Let's take a little dirty.
You know,
Good.
You know,
Got minerals in it.
Call back. You know what also builds character?
What?
Cask Strength whiskey.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not, because I just said it, which means it's true. There are a lot of people
On
that
the internet. Already did it. Yep. You're
Listen,
right.
There are a lot of people in my life, mainly my wife, that would disagree with that, but she'll listen anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. True that.
We're going to drink a Cask Strength whiskey this week.
I'm for it.
And the whiskey that we're going to drink is a bourbon.
All right.
It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys.
Ooh.
It comes in. I don't know why I'm teasing everybody, because like they can read the title.
Everybody
Like, every time
knows.
I'm thinking about that,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna surprise everyone.
Man,
Nah,
we're
you-
so
you
tantalizing
read the
with this
title.
reveal.
We're drinking the High West Cask Strength.
Yeah.
This is batch number 23 B16,
Love the nerdy info.
which I'm assuming is year 23, probably season B. I don't know what the 16 is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. This is a gifted bottle.
Yeah. Who gave it to you?
You.
Yeah, I did.
I know we've had a little bit of sips out of this.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot. And I like High West. And in fact, I said, hey, man, I would love to try that High West Cask Strength if you find it.
Right.
And you bought it for, I think, my birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was Christmas. I
Ooh,
can't
I
remember.
think it was Christmas.
Christmas?
But I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was your birthday.
I mean,
Who knows?
usually you and I are not the gift-giving types between the two of us. I mean,
Right.
we do like some gag gifts every once in a while, or occasional bottle here
I
and
have
there.
a gift for you that's been in the library
Are you
since
serious?
last Christmas.
Wow.
And it's still sitting there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You maybe have seen it.
I probably have. And I just went,
It's a little ornament
uh-huh.
of PBR.
Oh.
It's a little PBR ornament.
Actually, I saw that last time I was there. I was like, why does he have a PBR ornament?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that
yours.
looks cool. Okay.
Bought it sometime last holiday season and wrapped it and put it away
just-
in a drawer and forgot.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm
Like Chevy Chase.
totally.
Exactly.
It really was. And I
Yeah.
found it in like April or something. I was like, how did I not give this to him?
Mother's Day 55. What?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. When we do, however, buy each other bottles, usually it's something special or something we've been looking for.
Sure.
And the other just hasn't found.
Yeah.
And that's the case of this bottle.
Yeah, for sure. It was something we were looking for. I found it immediately, like picked it up.
Yeah.
I think I even texted you like the day I got it. Like, hey, have you been able to find that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, not me neither. Purchased.
Yeah. And I probably went,
Just to make sure that you
that was
didn't
weird.
have it yet.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah.
Although, we've bought each other bottles on top of bottles before and went, oh, you bought that too, huh?
Yeah. Oh, well.
It's okay.
We got two.
Anyway, you want to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I really love about a High West bottle?
What?
The glass.
Oh,
I mean, like, not even sampling the whiskey itself right now, but I just love that old school, just like
yeah.
old West style bottle.
Yeah, and it's got like the bubbles in the glass.
Yeah.
It just looks like, cowboy whiskey.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made in Park City, Utah.
Yeah.
You ever been to Utah?
Nope.
Me neither. I might have had a layover in Salt Lake once, but that don't really count.
Yeah. It's like I had a layover in New Orleans one time, but I don't consider that going. Ooh, high proof pop. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, let me read you some bottle words before we get into it.
Okay.
You hold in your hands. Well, not you. Well, I guess you are holding.
Yeah, I'm
it in your hand.
currently
It's
holding
in
it.
a Glencairn though. Like you can't hold the whiskey in your hands, I guess. Anyway,
Why couldn't you?
let's not debate semantics. You hold in your hands a true whiskey treat, a dram that is both rare and exceptionally delicious. Each of the cask strength offerings by High West are the result of meticulous sensory evaluation and blending of select lots of straight whiskey. The outcome yields uncompromised balance, complexity, and depth of flavor. Whether sipped neat or stirred into a cocktail, this whiskey is a rare experience, sure to delight any whiskey lover, says Brennan Coyle and Tara Lindley.
So say they. Interesting.
Yeah, what you got on color?
It is a dark
That is
whiskey.
a dark whiskey. There's no age statement here, but man, I would be shocked if it were less than 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it is brown.
Yeah.
Like,
It's dark.
you talk about brown liquor in a glass. Like, this is brown liquor in a glass.
Yeah, it's not quite. I mean, those longtime listeners will know Detling Dark. We actually just posted about Detling not too long ago on social media.
Kind of went viral.
Yeah, I know. Pretty good. Like huge viral, like 3 million views.
Yeah, broke the internet.
Exactly. Not quite that dark,
You're welcome, Detling.
but still dark.
Yeah, true.
I took a little sniff. I'm going to take another one.
All right.
Ooh.
Dark corn.
Yeah, exactly it. I didn't say an ABV, did I? 58.7. You want to do some math?
58.7.
Yep.
117.4.
Yes, sir.
Had it all along.
And I bring that up because I don't get a whole lot of proof on the nose.
It's tickling my nostrils.
Really?
Especially you take that long sniff.
No.
Yeah, get the little hazy vision.
And I just get like leather and caramel.
Ugh, beautiful notes.
Oh, yeah, I say I just get like, no, those are fantastic. I don't get like heavy proof for being 117.4.
I get the proof.
Yeah.
It twinges my nose a bit. This is way more corn forward than I remember.
It does remind me of like, honestly, it reminds
touch of
me
Melicorn.
Melicorn, exactly.
Just a touch in there. It'd make me wonder like what the mash bill is, if it's like 80 or 90.
It's got to be up there because what, Melicorn's, is it 100%?
I think Melicorn is just corn.
I think it's just corn, yeah. Man, I'd like to know what the mash bill is. I'm not going to look it up, though.
It's like an ear of corn in there.
It's got to be high, though. Yeah, it smells like caramel popcorn. But like more like this sounds gross, but just stay with me. You've made some corn, like
Cream corn?
not cream corn,
Just corn.
just corn.
Just boiled up some corn.
Boil up some corn kernels, not cob, corn kernels.
Gotcha.
Okay. You've drizzled it in some caramel sauce,
Okay.
and that's what this is.
Not a lot of steps.
No, it's three.
Yeah, no, I was able to follow that.
Yeah, okay. What I'm saying is like that's not something.
Follow me.
Yeah.
All right. 2 steps later, we're there. Oh,
Because
Okay.
when I say caramel corn, we think of
I'm sorry I walked so close.
Well,
I
no,
would've given you
it's
more
okay.
room.
I was a little concerned that
I
your
didn't wanna
hand was in
lose
my
you.
back pocket.
Yeah,
that's what I was
didn't want to
concerned
lose
about.
you.
Well,
Yeah, it was dark in there,
I am very easy to lose.
but we got there.
It's correct. Okay. What I mean is, like when I say caramel corn, you think of like caramel
I
popcorn,
don't mean popcorn.
right? I mean like literally like buttered corn that you would serve as a side dish
Right.
with like a caramel drizzle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't eat it.
I'd
That's what it
try it.
smells like.
I try it. I love nosing this whiskey.
Yeah.
You know what else I love?
Pina coladas.
And getting caught in the rain.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. What?
That's okay.
What else?
I also love when people rate Dreppenstone wherever it is they're getting their podcast.
Oh, yeah. Like a thumbs up
Sure.
or just like a like.
Or a star.
Yeah. Just,
You know what goes a long way?
what's that?
A comment. Like actually typing a couple of words into wherever they're getting their podcast.
Right.
That is fantastic.
Like if they were to just comment, I'm listening,
Oh, yeah.
and we saw that,
For sure.
we'd probably go nuts.
My
Like send them a
day-
sticker or something.
I would send them 2.
Yeah.
I'd send them that extra special one. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh, the sparkly one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And the extra special. If they do more than like 2 words.
The one that you licked. Got it.
No. I'm winking at you. The special one.
Oh.
Yeah. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's the one we made for our wives, but like we made too many.
Oh, yeah. That sticker.
Yeah. I'd send them that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scratch and sniff.
It's gross. Sure. Sure. We just hope it smells like bourbon.
Smoky scotch.
In other words, we'd love it if everybody go rate Dreppenstone wherever it is you're listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah. Go and do it.
It helps immensely.
Do the thing.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of sniffing.
Time for sipping?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Hot damn.
Woo! Oh.
Hey, I found the proof. Oh, that's a punchy. Man, I was not expecting that. Maybe you were expecting that because you already had the nose of the alcohol, but wow. Oh.
Yeah, it's still creeping down. There's the stomach cavity.
I'm breathing fire over here, bud.
I always love that. I love or like on a hot day when you got like ice cold water and you feel it go down and it hits that cavity. And
Oh, yeah. Like you can feel it coat.
Yeah, just
Like that
all
Pepto
around.
Bismol commercial where you
Yeah.
just see that pink coat.
Yeah,
the
that's
tummy.
totally it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I just did it. Got down there and it went.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Wow. Okay. Whew. All right. Second sip. All right. Now that burn's gone away, man, it's like delightful sweet.
Yeah, I've got like 3 big notes.
Sure.
I've got brown sugar.
Definitely.
I've got rye. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be high rye. And
Yeah.
I've got barrel.
I agree with all 3 of those.
And
notes.
that's a great combination.
I'm gonna throw in a fourth, and I'm getting like heavy old leather, like I don't know, like old boots,
Right.
like a little, not like dusty old, not cracked leather, but like worn in patina, like just well worn leather.
Yeah, got that massage oil on it.
Yeah, exactly. Massage oil. There's the leather oil conditioner.
That's what
I use.
That's what I meant. Yeah, same thing.
Okay, you just using my baby oil? Gross.
Yeah. The Vaseline.
No wonder everything sticks to your boots.
Just rub it in.
Rubbing honey all over my boots.
What's really impressive to me is that the barrel note that I'm talking about has such a strong like char influence on it that it's really throwing it into like a smoky region.
Agreed, completely. Yeah.
Which I feel like is usually kind of hard to achieve in bourbon.
Yeah.
But this is kind of generating it for me.
Agree completely.
A little smoke signal there.
But it's not peat.
Yeah, no, just like burnt wood.
Yeah. Burnt wood.
Burnt wood.
Nickname in college.
Burnt wood.
Mm-hmm. Burt. Not burnt.
Just Burt.
Yeah, just Burt. Burt. Well, it was Burt.
Burr Twood.
Twood.
Burr.
Birchwood.
Burr.
Burt. Twood.
Burt.
Yeah.
Burt Twood.
No. Burr. B-U-R.
Oh, I got you. I
Twood.
got you.
Yeah,
B-U-R-R.
correct. Yeah,
Burr.
I forgot to say that. Burr. Twood. Yeah.
I got you. Birch wood?
I would
Oh.
if I had the
If
opportunity.
you could.
Correct.
I got you.
Yeah. Man, that proof is still, whew, it's kicky. That's punchy proof.
Yeah, I kind of want to throw a drop or two of water.
Yeah, and you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to turn it into a straight up just caramel bomb is my assumption. Or maybe it goes like full strength char.
Maybe. All right, we've got a couple drops of water on the nose.
Yeah, I think the caramel's popping a lot harder on the nose.
Yeah. I'm still getting heavy leather, man. And I'm not disappointed by it at all. I like it. And on the palate?
Yeah, I think it just slows everything down just a bit, and it lets the caramel speak a little bit longer, and then it lets the char and the oak take over towards the end.
Ooh, see, for me,
Slows it all down.
For me, it takes off the spiky edges, and like it just drops it just a little bit, makes it a little more friendly. And I'm getting less barrel note, and I'm getting more of the caramel vanilla now. Like I didn't get heavy vanilla before. It was like always lingering in the back. It's just
Yeah,
like a
that's
standard
true.
bourbon note.
Right.
But like it's like almost like vanilla cupcake Yankee Candle.
Yeah. Yeah, the vanilla really pops through.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It's like an accordion.
Explain.
And it's like when it was full strength, it's
Yeah.
like everything's smashed together.
Yeah,
and
you
when
get
you-
it all.
Yeah, it's all still there. It's
Yeah.
all the same notes and everything. It's just, but it's all condensed and it's all just like bam.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
For sure.
And like you add the water and it just stretches it all out.
Oh.
So now it's like as it plays those notes, it's like so you can hear them all.
Yeah.
You know, instead of when it's all together.
Sure.
I mean, I think that explains it perfectly.
No, that's a perfect analogy. Like I'm laughing at you because like I agree with you. It's ridiculous. I agree with you 100% though. Like it truly is. It takes I mean that I don't know. You said it best.
Yeah.
Like it just right. It expands out that drink and it like softens it.
Yeah.
Just a hint.
Yeah, it's just you can. Oh yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that vanilla because
Yeah.
it was all just together. But now that I can stretch it all out, yeah, that's clearly vanilla.
Here's what I've come to really enjoy about drops of water versus like an ice cube is that I can control that with far more accuracy, obviously.
Right.
Like I've got a dropper, I've got some good fresh sink water in there, and I can control that just a little bit.
Right.
If I do a drop at a time, usually like if I'm doing a tasting by myself, I'll
Right.
do a drop, try it. Nah, it might need 2 more.
Right.
Do 2 drops. Oh, okay, there we go. And so you can control it a little bit more. Whereas like an ice cube, you chuck an ice cube in there, depending on your weather, it's going to melt real quick or it could be slow. You don't get the same effect. You get a different effect. And again,
Right.
drink it how you want, but like I think it's a little more, feels more scientific.
I think it's more the aspect of if you chuck the ice cube in there, one, each time you take a sip, you're drinking something different because it's as the ice melts,
Sure.
it's a more diluted
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So there's a hard it's hard to have a continuity to the experience.
Sure. And your palate, it's
And if
constantly
you're
different.
if you're just drinking your favorite thing and you know what you've got, or if you're just drinking whatever, absolutely. Like you want to chill it down, do the thing. But in terms of like really trying to like purse out what's in this thing, it does need to be a bit more controlled of how much I'm diluting the thing.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. I was actually talking with a couple listeners here recently about that. Like, what's the tasting, or what's the difference between a tasting and like drinking whiskey? And I think it's the tasting aspect is being a little more curated and a little more cognizant of what you just said. Like, not just chucking an ice cube in there and drinking, which I love to do. Like, but there's always there's like a time for drinking, and there's a time for tasting, and the tasting is that little more kind of curated aspect.
Yeah. I've recently like picked up a couple bottles, and that's always what I do with a fresh bottle. When I open it up the first time, that first couple of experiences are just me and the whiskey
Tasting.
You know, like I want to see what this has in it.
Exactly.
And see what kind of notes come out of it, and what can I do to kind of like adjust that and turn the knobs and see like where can I adjust it to have it do different things.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like, okay, cool. I either love this or it's good or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I drink it how I want from there on out.
Yeah.
But those special bottles that do give you that kind of ability to change it, those are fun to really kind of tweak around with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we get into our conversation this week, I want to bring up something. It's near and dear to us as a podcast.
Okay.
And that's Patreon. Have you heard of Patreon?
We have one.
We do.
You mean show it to you?
Your Patreon or our Patreon?
Oh, Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you were going with, but Patreon. Patreon, Kyle, is a way for our friends, listeners of the show, the Dreppin Stoners,
Right.
to support Dreppin Stone financially.
Yeah, for sure.
And this just helps keep the podcast working.
Yeah. I mean, it gives us a little bit of, extra oomph.
Yeah.
To do things that to progress the podcast in the ways that we want to.
Yeah, exactly. And the ways that, honestly, you as our listeners deserve.
Yeah, for sure.
And all you got to do is go to patreon.com/DreppinStone. We got a couple options there. And, do whatever strikes your fancy and whatever fits your budget. And we would just love it if you join us and support the podcast.
Yeah, in this endeavor that we're going on.
Yeah. Come with us on this journey and have a bunch of fun with us.
Yeah.
All right. I got something.
What you got?
So I turned on the radio one day.
You still use the radio?
Occasionally, yes. Wow. Yeah. If I'm completely honest, like when I'm in the car, like the radio is the default on for whatever reason.
I've been in your car. Yeah.
And the radio just comes on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll leave it going. I'm all over the place, man. Like sometimes I'll listen to an audiobook, a podcast, complete silence. Sometimes I'll turn up that green noise, a bunch of things.
Right. Yeah.
This was a Friday.
Okay.
I was on the way home from work.
Yep.
And I was listening to a local radio station, and they play a really good mix of, 80s, 90s, and today kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which was always the thing in like the early 2000s.
Because it made sense. It doesn't really make sense
anymore. It doesn't make sense
anymore.
today, but that's still their kind of tagline.
80s, 90s, we're going to skip a lot. And today.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of their ML.
Right.
And they were playing a song by Loverboy. The only song by Loverboy I know.
Right.
Would you like to sing it with me?
Sure. In the middle of...
That's Loverboy?
No.
Okay.
That was what came to my mind.
And it's everybody's working for the weekend.
Everybody's got a
new romance. Chance. Well, that's part of it too.
Okay.
Anyway, and I was like, yeah. I mean, obviously it's a Friday song.
Right.
Like, yeah, everybody's working for the weekend.
Right.
But why is
very cliche radio
for
station?
Sure. You did it on a Friday at like,
You're right.
whatever. But I'm thinking, as I do, wow.
It blew my mind.
It blew my mind. Whoa.
We are
working for the weekend, man. Like, have you ever thought for a second? Dude, we We are working for the weekend. But it seriously, it got me thinking, like, we are, obviously. Like, the song is, yes, it's cliche, but it's true.
Right.
And, like, how much of our lives are we literally doing that? Like, we're working all of this time to get those, like, we're working 5 days to get 2 days of respite.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just got me thinking, like, how we, like, think about our time. And at the same time I was doing that, you sent something via Instagram. Like, we messaged back and forth.
Right.
Or really, it's you messaging stuff.
It's like me messaging myself.
Right.
And then I show it to you later.
Yeah, exactly. Or I look at it and go, yeah, I should remember that, and then totally forget it.
Yeah.
But you sent something that was this golden circle, I think.
The golden ratio.
The golden ratio of the week, basically.
Yeah, what the week feels like.
Right. And it basically, like, Monday is like half of this ratio, and then by the time you get to Sunday like is this minuscule little thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like Tuesday is half as large as Monday.
Right.
Wednesday is half as big as, so the ratio continues all the way around to where you get to the weekend, and they're just like these two little minuscule dots that are Saturday and Sunday.
And I bring this up because I know your schedule is not really dictated by a weekend.
Yeah, I do not work a 5-day week.
Yeah, like sometimes your weekend is midweek.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I work 6 days a week.
Right. So
sometimes I work 10 days in a row.
But it got me thinking about that, like, standard 5-day.
Flexible.
Exactly. Which is nice.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking about that standard 5-day work week and then to the weekend, and just, like, not in this kind of existential, like, why do we live this way? But, like, why do we frame our lives in that way? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And why is it that, like, we feel as if, like, the work that we're doing is all consuming? So much so that the golden ratio that you sent is, like, the work week is 90% of our thoughts and consuming,
right?
Our time consuming, and that, like, 10% of our time is, like, ours.
Right. And what'd you come up with?
It sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I think what I came up with is it's about frame of mind.
Sure.
I mean, there are times when you'll text me like, hey, you want to go do this thing? And it's midweek. I'm like, dude, I'd love to, but, like, I can't.
I'm in the middle of my golden ratio.
Right, exactly.
Cannot do that.
And I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, just, the schedules don't line up or whatever.
Right.
But, like, it's the reframing of how I look at my work and how I look at the time that I spend doing that work.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, it'd be interesting at this point in time to see what percentage of the populace is still conformed to that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I look at that and, like you just said, like, I don't work in that way. My work is flexible enough that I can move days around and kind of shuffle up my work week and choose when my days off are and things like that. But I looked at that golden ratio of the week, and it still is relevant to me because I went to public school.
Sure.
I did have a 9-to-5 job for a long time, so I still get it. I still get the Mondays, and even
the Sunday Scaries.
Anybody that does have a schedule like mine, we still like it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. When you have the next day off, that day is your Friday.
Right.
You reference that day as your Friday, even if it's Tuesday. It's the relevance that those days of the week have and how they take up the mental space in your mind of Monday sucks. And Monday just means that's the first day that I'm working, and because I had yesterday off.
Right.
Today is my Monday.
Yeah.
And Mondays suck.
Mondays suck.
And they're hard. And I don't think it matters if I'm about to work 2 days in a row, if I'm about to work 10 days in a row. Monday sucks. Monday's the worst day, just because it's you're yesterday's still fresh on your mind,
right?
And it was so lovely yesterday. I didn't do anything. I slept late and did the things that I wanted to do. I spent 2 hours drinking 1 cup of coffee. It was delightful. But now today, I'm doing the thing. I'm grinding, and I'm getting through the day, and that's where I find, like, the intrigue in it. So it would be interesting of, like, what percentage of the population now is conformed still to that Monday through Friday job? It's probably still the majority.
Yes.
But it's not like the...
Well,
50%.
I think a lot of people who are still working remotely and have jobs like that, they still conform to some degree a 9 to 5, but I think a lot of people are doing this like, I'm always working, but I'm also not always working.
Right.
Like I could work 3 hours here and 4 hours there and then take like 6 hours off
Right.
and do like, I'll do something
Or like
here.
it benefits me to work weekends.
Right.
So like my days off are actually like Wednesday and Thursday.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
I guess what I'm getting at is the opposite of that is like, okay, so if I do work a standard Monday through Friday, like if I reframe how I think about Monday through Friday, it's not I'm working for the weekend. Because that's almost like a working man's anthem of like, nope, just do the thing and then like the weekend will be here.
Right.
But that's like how sad in that only provides the weekend for me. So if I reframe how I think about the week, it's like, yes, I recognize in the culture that we live in, obviously I have to go to work.
Right.
But if I think about then like, yeah, but I also have all this other time and work is work. Like I need to be better at separating work and home. And I think I've gotten much better at that. So I don't feel like for me that's as true. I think there's definitely still some truism there, but it's not as true of, nope, you're Monday through Friday, work. And then Friday at 5 p.m., free man. No, I think for me, like, and that's what struck me listening to this song on the way home. It's like, yeah, but you know what? When I leave this place, I have to make a cognizant choice that I'm leaving this place, but I've left this place.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that things don't weigh on me, but I've left this place.
Yeah. The hard part is that we're having this conversation with me currently because like I can't do it that way. And that's why I'm switching back to PMs.
You can't leave or you can't?
My day is worthless when I work an AM.
Oh, yeah.
When I get home, doesn't matter what, I will sit at work all day and not ever be busy and think of all the things I wish I was doing so that when I get home, I either don't want to stand up anymore because I've been standing all day.
Right.
Or I immediately will eat because I didn't eat all day.
Right.
Or I will go home and take a nap and then wake up at like 9 o'clock and be like, shit, better eat, and then go back to sleep.
Right.
Like, I am worthless when I work an AM.
Wow.
And that's why I want to work PMs.
Yeah.
Because I will wake up and be productive in some way, in whichever way that I choose to be that day. Whether that is today, I had my coffee, cleaned the kitchen, vacuumed downstairs, and then went downstairs and just randomly looked over at our fucking snack area and was like, I bet 90% of this is out of date, and totally like threw away everything there and reorganized that whole space. And that's what I can do in a morning.
Right.
And it's just because like, one, I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
I hate waking up on when I have to be up. I would rather wake up when I wake up, and I can be productive on my terms. I don't like being productive on the terms that you've told me to be productive.
Right.
I'm better at just waking up and being productive, and then I'll do the work later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just and so that whole concept of everybody's working for the weekend, that was me.
Yeah.
When I worked AMs being 7 o'clock until upwards of 5 o'clock, that's the day.
Right.
You
You're
know,
done. Like
you
what
get
else do you
home
do?
and there's nothing, you're just spent. You're just ready to eat and go to bed.
Yeah.
And so there is no time for that. So that's why I just adjusted my schedule to be, I'd rather work fewer hours, but have the morning to work out, clean the house, do something creative.
Yeah.
To go do yard work, to do whatever the thing is.
And I think that's what I'm saying. It's like that for you, the realization of, no, I need to change my schedule. I can't change my schedule.
Right.
But it's reframing within that schedule.
Right.
And it's all about, as much as like, it's kind of cliche to say, it's all about, mindset. So now I have to like think about it differently.
Right.
And I don't think like there's necessarily one better than the other, but it's okay. I know that I need to be productive when I get home. So I have to put aside that work stuff. And like I said, I have to distance myself from that. And I have to be something outside of my job.
Right.
My job is very demanding.
Right.
But I have to be something outside of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it's so hard to
it really is.
to do that.
That
to
work-life
recognize
balance, man, is
like
crazy.
I've got to be something more than just what my employment requires.
Correct. Yeah.
And it can be extraordinarily difficult, but like that's where like the resonance in that song comes from.
Exactly.
Everybody is working for the weekend just because that's my time to be me.
Right.
And to try to like exist beyond that existence.
And I think what I'm getting at and what I wanted to get at within this kind of conversation is that I don't want to work for the weekend anymore.
Right.
Like I want to be able to, yes, I'm working, but then I leave work and I am me.
Right.
And I think I've become better at that, and I'm looking forward to becoming better at it too. Really, listening to Loverboy on the way home from work on a Friday afternoon made me go, wait a second. Stop doing that.
Right.
And it's always been in the back of my mind, and I've always thought about it, but it's like, stop. Stop being an 80s cliche. Stop doing that.
Right.
And work towards something more, because you are more than just the weekend.
Yeah. I think that's just our age too.
Oh, sure.
You know,
I definitely think so. Yeah. There's definitely some, hindsight and forethought that comes with age and wisdom to know kind of the things that you can control and change and not, and work within that and play within that.
it's just, I think, reflection.
Oh, absolutely.
Looking back and saying that yes, I get it. For too long, I have been working for the weekend.
Exactly.
I need to find a way to bring more meaning throughout the week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, you got anything else?
Nope.
You do have a little splash left in your
Just
glass.
just a mouthful.
Well, I don't, so might pour some more.
Good call.
Yeah. And I encourage, if anyone else out there listening wants to, again, enjoy a pour along with us, or a pour, after the episode, definitely do so.
Yeah. Little pour and a plus.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to know, what do you think about the High West Cask Strength?
Or what is your favorite High West expression?
Ooh.
Because they've got so many.
They do. And some are very difficult to find.
Yeah, for sure they are.
Yeah, they are.
I've got just that much left of my Midwinter's Night Dram.
Yeah.
I mean, just a bit.
Which is that was also higher rye, makes me think.
Yeah.
This is higher rye too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And we also want to know, what do you think about this idea of working for the weekend? How is it working for you? I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What are the means to go about changing it?
Absolutely. Well, you can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
On social media, it's one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Find us where you socialize your media, and we are more than likely socializing some media there also. Be lovely for you to join along with us.
Yeah, some really cool videos back and forth, and we respond pretty readily. So, get in touch with us that way.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah. And we've already told you a couple ways to support the podcast, but just real quick recap, tell someone about the podcast, rate us wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one, and join us on Patreon to help support the podcast financially.
Yeah, just love to know that you're listening with us.
Exactly. Reach out and say hello. Yeah. On that note, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a second chance.
New romance.
Whoa! Whoa!